Okay, welcome to my screencast. Let's go straight to what we're supposed to be doing now. We are going to make an iPhone application, very simple iPhone application. And what you basically need, you need one thing, that's a Mac, and you need another thing, that's Xcode. Xcode is free of charge. Just go to Apple and download it. So we shall start by launching Xcode. When you launch Xcode, we are going to create a new project. So you make sure you launch it, make sure this is application under iOS, choose single view because this is one of the simplest for us to use. Next, save the product name, write any product name that you like. I'm gonna say this product name is gonna be hello hi you. It's gonna be hi you because you're gonna put your name somewhere. You shall see things, create it and save it in any directory that you want. So normally when you do this, Xcode gives you this. This is Xcode 4 point something. I really can't recall that, but let's check it out. It's 4.5.2. I think it's the latest version. So when you create a project, there are basically many folders or directories, whatever you like to call them, and files that Xcode already creates for you automatically. You really don't have to do that by yourself. But the most interesting files that we shall be looking at for this application are the main storyboard, which is this, and we have the view controller.h, which is the header file, and we have the view controller.m, which is the implementation file. So we are going to start with the main storyboard. You just click the main storyboard. I'm gonna have to do this so we get more space here, and so you can see. So here you go down and you start building your application. Drag and drop. So what are we gonna type? I want to put a text field here, so we're just gonna say text down there, and there comes the text field. We're gonna put it there and stretch this. Stretch it like that, and when you click this, there is this small inspector kind of bar or whatever it is called that pops up. Now the only thing I'm going to change is the placeholder text. So I'm going to say please write your name here. I think that's polite enough, and that's done. So please write your name here. It's there. And I can change the background of this to make it really look kind of cool. Let me just choose this blue, and the contrast, I think it's pretty good. And the next thing we need to put is a button. So here we're going to type button down there. Object, you find a rectangular rack, a round rack button. I like to put it in the center and probably around there. I think that's not so bad. Double click that, double click, and you can write, after typing your name, what would you like to write? Maybe you can just say okay, or you can say enter. So I'm gonna write enter, and now enter, and let's size it up to look beautiful and bring it in the center like that. Then the last one in our application, we need a label. So you put the label. I like to put the label in the very center like this, then stretch it to align with the upper text slot. Do the same here, stretch it up to there, then double click again and delete that so that it's blank. Okay, now the next thing, you need to come here to your editor. You see when you click up here, you go straight to the view controller. This is the view controller. These are the most important files that we shall be using. So the first one is the view controller, which we're going to use, and it's quite here. You don't even need to think about it. View controller.h. So we need to link we need to actually write code that will link the text field here to the header file, and we also need to write code that will link our button here to the header file, and we also need to write code that will link our text label from this interface to the header file, so that the code can know that there is something really existing in the UI or the user interface. So to do that, you just click on the first one we're starting with is this. Click on it the way you see there. Press Ctrl on your keyboard and drag this. You'll find that those are outlets. So the connection is definitely outlet. Outlet, did I pronounce it well? And it's a text field, UI text field. That's the user interface text field. So let's give it a name. And the name it's normally good to start with txt because that shows that it's a text. And what are you going to be putting there? You're going to be putting your name for our application. Then you click connect. So it just writes for us the code automatically. We don't need to write all this by ourselves. And then you come down here and look for this. You still recall that. Do the same and do that. This is a label. So labels are good. We normally LBL. That's gonna be a label, name, label text, label whatever that you want. Let's say it's gonna be label text. Okay, that won't hurt. And we connect. The last one, we do the same. Press your Ctrl and drag this to that point. Now this is not an outlet, this is a button and it has an action to it. So the name of this button, we can write anything. Do some, okay? The button is gonna do some. Okay, maybe do something or whatever it is. Do some, won't be bad. All these other things, leave them the way it is. So we have do some, we have this LBL text, and you can choose whichever name that you feel is good for you. So we're done with the header file. The next thing we're going to do is go straight to our implementation and implement these things. So you click there, you go right below here where you see implementation, and you synthesize the properties. Synthesizing basically means this whole program is just going to write for us the getters and setter files for, or codes for these two outlets that we are connected or wrote codes for in in the .h or the header file. So we had a text name. You see it even gives us, we end with a semicolon, and we synthesize also for the other one, and this was LBL text, and we're good for now. So you go down here, you see that do some is actually already connected right from the view controller.h. So when I touch here, there's a connection between this and that. So this one will take some methods. So here we need to write something, which are normally the NS string. Asterisk means it's just a reference. It's going to reference something. And what are we referencing here? We are definitely referencing a message. We're saying this message is going to be somewhere. Okay? Now we need to allocate this. So NS string, for those who know some Objective-C, NS string. Let me type it. Alloc. That's it. So, and the next one we need to initialize. So init with format. It even gives me there. So we're going to put our greetings here. So it's going to say hi. Placeholder. Hi, whoever. How are you? So after that you put a comma, and remember that this placeholder will definitely stand for this when you enter your name, so it represents that. So we need to put that method down here. So that was txt name, and it's gonna be a text, so you add that and the semicolon. So that is done. Then the next one, we need to now write our message out. So we shall go straight to our LBL text. We need the message to appear here in the label. So that's going to be LBX text. We're going to say set text as our text is going to be message. So we're done. Save it, build it, Control B. Let's build it and see. Build succeeded. Control R, or you just click here, run, to see your brand new application. A second please, it's a little slow, I don't know why. So this is our iPhone simulator. So hi you, that's our application, enter. So you see, hi you, how are you? That wouldn't really be cool. Let's say Jeff Wilson, space there, and enter. So it says, hi Jeff Wilson, how are you? This is your first application, but you'll see that your screen still has this little keyboard thing, and whatever I do, it really doesn't go away. So what do? We need to go and modify our code so that this keyboard goes away. When we enter Jeff Wilson, or you, whoever is watching, you enter here, displays only the message, this keyboard goes down by itself. So what we're going to do is to go straight to our .m, we're already there, and you come to the IB action here, and we tell the text field, okay, we are going to tell the text field. We actually don't talk straight to the keyboard, we talk to the text field because it's the one which initiates the keyboard. So the text field is called text name, and we're going to say resign first responder. The first responder on the screen, whichever thing that comes first is the first responder. So you save that, build, and Control R to run it, or you just press here run. So now let's see what happens. If I say you, because this is your application, the keyboard goes down and we have that message displayed. And if I say Jeff Wilson, bam, say hi Jeff Wilson, how are you? The keyboard goes down. But also you'll see that when I click here, and just like users, because you wouldn't be clicking here, you'll just be touching with your hands, with your thumb or fingers or whatever it is. So when you touch here, the keyboard doesn't go away, and you really need to do something so that the keyboard can go away when you touch this. So what do? You go and modify your code. So we go straight to we shall go straight to our main board, which is this one. Let's close this up. So we go here. So what you do, you get the button. So when you get the button, you put it here. After putting this button, this really gives me headache. Just pulling it like this, good. And we're going to pull this. Oh gosh, good. We're going to pull it up to the end here. I think our button is properly aligned there. Okay, but it wouldn't serve any purpose for this thing to cover up everything. Okay, so we really need to take it back on the other side. But before we do that, let us do one thing before we take it back. I think that would be fine. Let's come here and say we're going to use a custom. And when we do that, you still realize that the color actually disappears. It's purely colorless. Okay. Now I'm trying to pick on it. I want to remove this because we shall not be having a button there, so that the whole of this thing is just plain. Okay. So what I'm gonna do next is to come to the editor after checking on that. Editor arrange, and we say send to the back. Send to the back is important. If we had not chosen custom, you wouldn't be still seeing this too. But after clicking send to the back, it goes to the back. It doesn't stay in front. So we have that thing. We need to link it again. So we come back to our code, same code here. And what we're going to do, still same, press Ctrl and drag it there. Now this is an action view controller. Yeah, it's an action. So we're going to say let keyboard go away. Let keyboard go away. So we connect that. That's our new IB action. So, oh, we did this at the wrong place. You see, we did it in the .m file, but it doesn't matter for now. Leave it there the way it is. Go and do the same in the .h file. So come here. This one doesn't take any parameters, so come here and do the same here. So this is an outlet, and at that time it was an action because it's a button. So here change it to action, and what did we name it? Let keyboard go away. Let keyboard go away. Connect. I think it will give you a connection to that. Just to make sure, let's see if the name is really correct. I'm kind of forgetting. Let keyboard go away. That's the name of our method down there. So here is let keyboard. It has a capital B. So it's a good idea to make sure that these things are really the same. So hope that makes the change. Let keyboard go away. So you really need to pay attention there. So we shall say let keyboard go away. So when you touch that, it goes to that button that we just created. So you come here and still you talk to the text field, which is txt name, resign first responder. So you put that and save, and you build. Control B. Build succeeded, and you press this or Control R, and we should be seeing this. Now let's see. If I say U, because this is your application, tap there, the keyboard now goes back. So if I say U, let's do that, U, and I enter, keyboard goes away for the enter part of it. And for what we just created, it also does that. So you write your name, whichever name is Jeff Wilson. If I tap there, the keyboard still goes back. Tap there, it comes back. Enter, the keyboard goes down. So this is your simple application. So support the Mangamoon Times. Watch our videos, our efforts, and go to the Mangamoon Times and make a change. Upload your articles. We are ready to publish them. We are looking for writers, so I think we can work out something. So thank you for watching. This is how you can make a simple iPhone application in Xcode. Thank you. So